Wargaming said that artillery is absolutely balanced now since they've made some changes, and today we're going to test out those changes to see whether the ability to have a look at the shell as it comes into opponents is going to help them out. And of course we'll be looking at whether the sound is going to allow the players on the enemy team to avoid my shots that are going to be coming in with about a 2-second delay, and coming in where maybe they don't even realise that the shells are going to come in anyway. So first things first, it's Pilsen. It's not particularly a great artillery map, although there are good positions that you will be able to get some damage, and the first one being a nice little miss, getting me 1126 damage. So, I wonder if those players could have got out of the way of that one. I guess they could have got out of the way if they were playing really, really well. Yeah, other than that, a nice 1126, really, really nice, experienced, skillful kind of way of getting some damage at the beginning of the game. And now we've got a lovely tortoise, and we've got a type 4, and we've got a leopard over on this side of the enemy team. So loaded a lovely little AP round for the type 4 heavy. You never know. Nah, it's still balanced. It's completely, absolutely fine. It's still absolutely fine. So, of course, I am absolutely joking with the balance features that Wargaming have implemented. Of course, they have said that the artillery in the game are actually balanced, but I just wanted to, back up my own opinion. And of course, we played a few games in the T92 to do that. You can see here, even on maps like this, able to pick up substantial amounts of damage, and of course, just be a nuisance to the opponents on the enemy team. And it's just something that I've always wondered why Wargaming have kind of said that these are balanced, since they have changed all of the details surrounding these artillery pieces, because they said that they were going to nerf the artillery alpha damage of the T92, for example, the tank that I'm playing in right now, because it is able to literally one-shot everything bar like a few tanks if you pen with premium HE, which is literally better in every single way than the kind of standard round counterpart. And so yeah, you basically pay for more splash on the premium HE rounds, which if you've got cash on your account, there's no reason why you wouldn't actually spend the silver to be able to get these premium rounds. But I don't know, I've always found artillery just such a pain in the game, and yes, I have played a lot of artillery. I have gone through a phase where I literally didn't want to play the game, but all of my friends were playing it, and so I thought, I'll just play artillery and I don't have to focus or do anything like that. And that's where artillery was good, and it was always fun every now and again to one-shot a few people, although it wasn't really every now and again, it was probably more every other game that I was able to one-shot people. And I always think that people underestimate the fact that people can actually be pretty good in artillery, and if you get a good artillery player, they can seriously impact the game. I'm not saying that you can carry an artillery, like that's the problem with them, and that's a problem that Wargaming have always had, is that although they're like innately like broken in the way that they can come in, they can take literally all of your hit points from full to 0. Unlike most tanks in the game, there's only very, very minor amounts of tanks that could actually do that, but artillery seem to be the main ones in this game. But I always find that people kind of underestimate the impact that they can have, but they definitely are kind of broken because of the fact that you can only deal so much damage in a game. Like, you genuinely can only impact the game so many times. If you miss, you can't carry in these things. You're not going to be able to go in. You're not going to be able to be the one that's kind of on the front lines. Obviously, as you're an artillery piece, you're not going to be doing that. But you can definitely have some good games. You can support your teammates as much as possible, but in this game you're going to see literally a very, very good result after we miss a Death Star from behind for like 1,000 hit points. It's just basically you can't support your team in all ways, and often like you could be very disappointed by your team itself as they kind of throw themselves away against various different tanks on the enemy team with literally no reason to do it. So yeah, I've always found it difficult, but it's always something that I have hated within World of Tanks, just because I have played, you know, I think it's something like ridiculous, like 1,000 games in the T92. Doesn't mean that I don't I don't hate these tanks and that they should be removed. Always people are like, well, you've played so many games in artillery, blah 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 blah, you can't possibly think that they should be removed. It's like, no, I know exactly why they should be removed because I've played them so much. It's literally one of the most disgusting tanks in terms of like ruining the fun for everyone. It's not fun to have artillery on the team. It's not fun to have artillery on the enemy team. It doesn't add anything to the game, and that's my problem. And it also kind of actually takes away from a lot of people. Now, it's a 5 versus 2 scenario in this game that you're about to witness, and I'm thinking like, oh, we're going to be able to take them out. No, my team decide, you know what, there's 5 of us. We're all going in. There's actually 4 actual tanks other than me, and they all throw themselves away against the Waffle E100 because why not? Of course, the Waffle is carrying the game pretty hard, and I'm going in to try and support because apparently the team can't deal with just one Waffle with 5 of them. They all go in one by one, and they all get taken out one by one. And the friendly heavy tank over there is now coming in. I decide to actually try and go and support the Waffle, but then the T92 on the enemy team is kind of sat there. I don't know if it's a T92, but it's another artillery piece. We've got to be very, very careful. So we kind of stay back, trying to get a shot on the Waffle as he progresses towards my teammate. I'm hoping my teammate would have come like this side, so I would be able to derp the Waffle as soon as he came round, but he doesn't do that, and then he gets taken out by said Waffle. And it's now a 1 versus 2 for me because yay, my team just throwing it away, and this is like literally 99% of the problems. And there we go, another problem with artillery is the end. If you miss, it's just game over, and that's something I always find really, really frustrating, both as a player of artillery and also as a player not playing in artillery, actually trying to play the game as it's probably supposed to be intended. Yeah, it's just not very fun at all. And of course, you guys know all about artillery. I'm sure you've been hit many a time by them. I'm sure that you've lost half your health by being missed by them so many times. You've seen, like, literally in the gameplay here, the amount of misses for 1,000 damage. That just shouldn't be a thing. You shouldn't be able to miss people for 1,000. I'm hoping Wargaming reduced the splash damage. That would probably make it a little bit better. You would still be able to get one shot in a lot of tanks, especially lower tier vehicles like tier 8s. Just not fun whatsoever. And of course the AP rounds on these things are utterly bonkers as well. So if you can land an AP round on a heavy, whether it's tier 10 or tier 2, it'll go straight through them like butter, because I think the AP pen is something like 390 or something ridiculous. On the T92, you have to fact check me on that. I'm not entirely sure, but yes, artillery, to sum up this video, it's a pretty short one. Just wanted to iterate that, yes, artillery is still broken in World of Tanks, and Wargaming have definitely not fixed the problem, as they say that they have, by just introducing a ability to hear the rounds coming in better, because it's louder now and you can hear which direction the round is coming from, and now you can also see the round coming in. If you are looking in the sky directly at where the artillery may or may not be for the entire game, yes, you may be able to dodge the artillery round. But if you're playing the game as it's supposed to be, where you're not literally got your barrel in the air looking around in the sky, then yes, you're going to get hit by artillery. You're going to lose half your health. If not worse, you're going to lose all your health. And so yeah, that is generally how artillery are in console. So if you get hit by them, it's not nice. If you get missed by them, it's not nice. If you get severely missed by them, job's a good one. You've taken no damage. there we go. Hopefully that is a little rant over and a little bit of a video just showcasing that yes, they are still as strong as they were. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget there is a Cobra video out right now that you can have a look at, the tier 9 medium tank that is also in the game right now as part of the Ultimate Season Pass. I really enjoyed playing it. It's not overpowered like the T92 is, but it certainly is a very strong one, and it's definitely idiot proof. So if you fall into that category, then maybe it's for you. But other than that, I hope you did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you in that one. Goodbye.